Omnicron 71DX into a flying space Hulk. So I hope you guys enjoyed
Except
that.
for me.
Yeah,
Just,
you were just there.
I was legitimately there. I was there for a
You
reason.
were just walking around and you noticed some guys pop into a room and you figured, hey, I'll follow those fuckers. That
I
guy
was
with the
told
broad
to be
shoulders
here.
looks like he knows what he's doing.
I'm not going to follow those.
Well played. Going against the grain. So anyways, you have mysteriously figured out, without anyone telling you, that you are being sent on a mission by the Inquisitor Tiburn Graves. You're heading to Iocanthos for the mission I will now describe, which will be fun for no
Okay.
one. The Inquisition offices on Scintilla have been formally issued with a request for assistance from the settlement of Stern Hope on Iocanthos. The report, while vague, suggests suspicious disturbances, possibly psychic or warp-based, occurring in the area of a new cathedral raised to honor Saint Drusus. The cathedral lies at the heart of a remote outpost, and its successful completion will do much to further the Imperial faith on this troubled world. A laudable goal and one that the Holy Order shares. You are requested and required to proceed to the planet Iocanthos, where you will assist a senior inquisitorial agent, Aristarchus the Seer, in investigating the incidents and ensuring that the consecration of the cathedral goes... God, I can't fucking read this.
You want me to read this?
The lines behind everything is throwing me off, because it's not like
Anyway.
line, words, line. It's like line. I'm like, okay,
Words
I'll go down to
there.
the next one. Oh, that's the same line. You don't have to read it, no. Just know that the mysterious voice that's explaining everything to you sucks.
Okay.
You can blame that on the
To
transfer.
be fair, it's just normally a pamphlet. But anyways,
Okay.
continue.
Oh, it's normally a pamphlet?
Like, yeah, we all have this as like a day's slate. We're all reading this.
Oh, well, you guys are really bad at reading.
I don't know, I have literacy plus 20.
I have literacy.
Yeah, I have plus 20.
Well, the GM does not, so...
Well, Richard. I feel like that's a personal problem.
We need to put the plugs away.
Huh?
We need to put the plugs away too.
Alright, you will assist Aristarchus the Seer in investigating the incidents and ensuring that the consecration of the cathedral goes as planned. Your principal tasks are to gather data about any phenomena encountered and, where needed, eliminate any threats that you find. For the duration of the mission, Aristarchus has the honor of command over you in my name. Assist him and afford him the same loyalty as you would me, in the God Emperor's name. Passage for you has been arranged on the trade hauler Brazen Sky for immediate departure to Iocanthos. Make yourself known and familiarize yourself with your fellow acolytes on board using the codes you have learned during your training. Landing close to the site of the incident is impractical due to its geographical location on a mountain range and potential hostility of the natives. Good problem?
No, we're okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Think about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're just using our ciphers.
Continue.
Good.
Project a little more.
I'm glad that the acolytes actually have ciphers and the GM is not in on them. You guys really can't have a secret conversation. Alright.
Proceed.
Oh, it's not about you.
Feel a little offended right now.
Feel left out. I feel like you only took the
Boy,
kids.
if you guys thought this was fun, I'm only a third of the way done.
I know.
Alright.
Power through it.
Alright, this is going to be the longest part of the campaign.
Probably.
Instead, you'll make Planet Fault what?
Do you want a piece of paper, Roger?
Yeah, sure. Do you want 2 pieces of paper?
If you don't narrow. Fucking
You
GM.
can have a small piece of paper.
Keep reading, Zach.
I don't know, maybe the GM's having a hard time not appreciating all this tomfoolery.
Alright, fine, I'll shut up.
No, I never shut up for you.
I know.
It's only fair.
I'm aware. I'll just stay here.
Were you? Man, this note really
You can
gets off
proceed.
topic. This Inquisitor is really bad at staying on topic. He kind of rambles. Instead, you'll make planetfall at Port Suffering, Iocanthos' primary Imperial outpost, and meet Aristarchus there. For Port Suffering, arrangements have been made for your journey to Stern Hope. Addendum 1, the Cathedral Mission. Missionary Abbot Orlin Sky successfully petitioned for the first Iocanthan cathedral to be built in the settlement Stern Hope 2 years ago, and since then reports indicate that he has gathered a sizable congregation of native converts and worthy off-world pilgrims to his cause. Sky himself, a very distant scion of Centillian nobility, has managed to garner both off-world donations and considerable local support to his missions, so far succeeding where others have failed. Addendum 2. Reported phenomena. As the cathedral structure has neared completion, unusual phenomena have been evidenced both at the site and in the surrounding area. These include strange lights in the hills, animal attacks, missing persons, and upsurge in accidents and unexplained deaths. These incidents have culminated recently in more serious and obviously unnatural events such as manifestations of phantom sounds, walls weeping blood, telekinetic disturbances, and other such phantasmagoria. Addendum 3. Planetary briefing. Iocanthos is an anarchic... God, I hate reading. Except I don't. I just hate reading out loud.
I know.
It's a bunch of It's not a bunch of numbers. It's okay. Keep reading.
I don't have enough dexterity. My tongue doesn't work right.
Personal problem.
Finish the fight.
I feel bad for your girlfriend.
Ouch. Ooh.
Fight
Low
words.
blow.
Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Not for his
Zach.
girlfriend.
That was mean.
I guess my tongue has more dexterity than other areas.
Oh, there we go.
There. Now we got him.
Anyways. I'm saying I'm bad at sex. It was...
We're aware.
Wait.
It wasn't...
We got it.
Just all right, and it's out of the bag.
What do you mean out of the bag?
I don't think it was ever
It
in
is
there.
bluntly stated.
GM, if you're gonna be that blunt, maybe you shouldn't be GM.
He's made this point to me.
Yeah. I feel like everyone here is a little late to the party.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Shut up on
you
time.
know all these facts.
I was
all
with
of
you.
them.
We were all on time.
Finish the fucking message.
Why? So you guys can ignore all of my commands to, like, interact with things?
Notes?
Yeah, Go.
I has notes.
Fucking finish. Come on, it's taking forever.
I know it's taking forever. You were supposed to read the pamphlet.
A guy named Sky.
I did. I know all this. They
Yeah.
didn't.
I didn't. I didn't know we had to read a pamphlet.
I wasn't told anything.
There was a memo?
I didn't want
I
to
wasn't told
spoil
this was a
it.
pamphlet either.
Okay.
There was a memo?
I was just told I had to read this to you, so I
Yeah,
showed up.
go.
Fuck you.
Finish the fucking thing.
There you'll meet Willem Dafoe and his plentiful balls. Find my fucking spot. I'm gonna hide behind the screen the whole time. No one will see me. And hopefully they won't hear me either. Did a bad job. Legitimately, find my spot.
I think you were
They're
there.
like on Addendum 3 or something.
Iocanthos is an anarchic, pseudo-feudal society where all power relationships are based on violence or its threat. A war-torn and brutal world, the control of the planet rests with various warlord and clan factions that compete to harvest or steal the planet's only tithe material, Ghostfire pollen, in order to turn it over to the Imperium in exchange for supplies. The most powerful warlord is currently King Verviel Skull, who is currently acknowledged as Iocanthos' de facto planetary governor. Iocanthos boasts a single fortified, administratum-controlled spaceport settlement, Port Suffering, where the tithe is collected and transshipped. Iocanthos was taken by General Saint Drusus' Second Army Group during the First Great Crusades through the sector. As the planet lacked any significant technology, Drusus' forces defeated the indigenous people, known as the Ashling, in a single week of bloody fighting. Drusus later remarked in his memoirs that the only memorable aspect of the planet was the vast fields of wild flowers which resembled shimmering fields of rippling explosions caught at the fleeting moment between beauty and destruction. As ever, the general was perceptive as the ghost fire would become central to the world's future. Additional notes. In times past, Iocanthos served as a penal dumping ground for undesirables that the Centillian authorities, for various reasons, didn't wish to execute or expatriate further afield. Such exiles were given minimal supplies and allowed to thrive or falter without further interference. The current population is largely a mixture of their descendants and the native Ashling.
So it's Australia.
Basically.
More or less,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Australia, but the people there are much less pleasant.
Good.
I'm pretty sure people in Australia aren't just walking up to you to kill you. Ah,
Probably.
no signal.
Talking about a wallaby.
Ah, good. I guess I just need to
Cycle.
jiggle the mouse every so often.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably just go.
I just saw it flip and I thought the screen turned off again, which is always fun. Okay. Anyways, back to reading stuff. Imperial xenobotanist Mogren Thunt was the person who discovered that the pollen of the native
Australia
ghost
of
fire.
space.
What?
He wrote Australia of space in his notes.
Thank you, Roger.
It's so much closer to everything else in Australia is, though. It's like the Hawaii of space.
Yeah, maybe. It's like the Japanese internment camps of space.
We went there.
Those were in California, though. It was like
the
right in
California space. There's movie stars here.
There are.
Anyways,
Is it just the blank of space? It can be anywhere.
It's a Las Vegas of space.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that. It only has one valuable resource: gambling.
Yeah.
It's the Kansas of space.
Thank God it's renewable. Kansas is in the middle of nowhere.
It is. It sucks. Never go
But
there.
it's not next to Washington, D.C. Anyways, moving back to the pamphlet that's taking forever to get through.
Penis. So, Imperial xenobotanist Magrin Thunt was the person who discovered that the pollen of the native ghostfire flowers contained powerful psychoactive properties and refined their use. After being graced with a powerful vision telling her to build a temple where the flowers burn, Sister Cymberal of the Adeptus Sororitas came to the world and ordered the building of the Abbey of Dawn in one of Iocanthos' Flint mountain ranges. The Sororitas facility is forbidden to outsiders. Reference: Ghostfire pollen. Iocanthos' soul tide. It is a powerful psychoactive substance used as the base for a considerable number of combat drugs used by the Imperial Guard's penal legions throughout the Segmentum Obscurus. Past inquisitorial involvement. To the average Iocanthan, the Inquisition is merely another half-legendary power from beyond their world, and while there are records of several inquisitorial missions to Iocanthos in the past, they are all classified beyond your clearance rating. I have reviewed them and judged none to be currently relevant to your mission. The planet historically registers a slightly higher per capita level of psyker birth, but not significantly so. The Sisters of the Abbey of the Dawn regularly report any unusual heretical activity to the Conclave. Other than this, the Holy Ordos retain no standing presence on Iocanthos. Motherfuckers could have just read that.
Could've, but it's funner when you do it.
No, it's not. Not for anyone.
It is for... Now Rodney knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hi, Rodney.
Hi, Rod.
They were talking shit about you earlier.
I love you. I love you. I miss you.
Someday Danny's balls will drop.
Today is not that day. Today is that day.
Good.
So we're getting him drunk. It's
Manly man.
we're getting him drunk, and we're gonna make
Yeah.
him drink 151.
Oh god, Jared will be proud.
Jared will be proud. Alright, let's do it.
Alright, I hope you guys are excited.
Fuck,
'cause
do it!
I can't do voices to save my life, but I'm still gonna try.
So it's Australia and anarchy.
It's
It's like Australia if Australia was
post-industrialized
Texas.
Australia.
But anarchy
And without the kangaroos.
and kings and clans and this
It's basically if Australia was
proverbial
LA.
skull.
It's if Australia was LA, the Middle East, and Texas.
Alright, cool, let's go.
And this dude named Proverbial Skull, and he's like the big boy.
Yeah, you don't mean them. Just kidding, I didn't read that far. You might mean them.
Pointless plot point.
It's not a pointless plot point. What if we want to have more missions on this planet?
Historical information.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's not like you're gonna go mine some Ghostfire
Anyways.
pollen.
Yeah, I am.
well,
Okay.
my chick is a rogue trader.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
might try and set up
She
some
might,
stuff.
but he's not.
No, he won't.
He's not gonna go pick some flowers and be like, oh, I'm gonna refine this.
My chick isn't gonna pick shit up either. She might just be like, hey,
I'd
this
like to
stuff,
buy that.
I can sell this stuff better what the Imperium's giving you. I want to do this. Anyways.
In the one Imperium spaceport they've
Yeah.
got. You're like, hey, I know you
No, I-
guys
I
are
have-
protected by these guys, and this is like the one sanctioned area for you guys to
I got
gather
ships I
and
can be
sell
like
this.
you guys, just, you know, fucking 5 miles east of the Abbey of Dawn. I'll fucking drop a lander. We'll load it up. I'll fucking give you guns and shit and take off. You'll be fine. No one's even gonna know. I come to you.
That is good service right there. Quality.
Squeak. Anyways.
Alright. So, your adventure begins aboard the Brazen Sky, a large and rather down-at-heel cargo vessel. It is a decrepit and old space hulk. The walls, not very well maintained, beginning to fall apart, a little dirty. Lights flickering. All in all, not a very pleasant place to be. But it is large, and you all have your own space. Not large enough to wander about, but you aren't all cramped together with the other passengers or your fellow Inquisitors. Or, not Inquisitors, but
Acolytes.
Acolytes.
seriously should have taken. I should have taken my skill to be like, you're not doing that right. Because I can have common lore, Adeptus Arbites, and I can have scholastic lore judgment. You're doing this job wrong.
You're the worst.
Just start flicking him in the back of me. What's wrong?
You're a dick.
Your
But we're
character's a woman, right?
Yeah.
But we're
You should
making
not just come with that.
Richard. We are making a bathtub full of syntax.
You didn't take demolition, so fuck off.
But I will.
You will, but you haven't yet. Anyways.
So, you have spent the last 3 days in warp, largely left to your own devices in the open crew bay area. Most no one has been around to bother you, with the exception of one trader, Sebek, who has tried to pawn off some less than legal goods to you throughout your journey. So yeah, the room you're in is large, dimly lit. The lights flicker every 3 or 4 minutes, as power is not necessarily deemed something you need in this room. They'd rather divert it somewhere important, like the life support or the warp
Engines.
drives.
Yeah.
And there's only just enough. Light is a commodity of which you cannot afford.
Yay, low voltages.
Yep. So, while you are waiting in this room to exit warp, perhaps you would like to get to know each other.
Hey guys. So my character is going to be sitting in the corner, kind of just looking out on everybody, checking everyone out,
Well,
watching at the moment.
actually, since your character is new, I'm gonna read your backstory.
I will,
Good.
but I'm going to do it while I introduce myself.
Oh,
Okay, fair enough.
So I figure you guys already know each other, right?
okay. Danny,
Stubbsy.
you're still Nihilus? Okay.
Yeah, you still know.
So then I would be sitting next to Danny talking.
Hmm.
Probably about Garvel and his drunken
Yeah, who's with us?
escapades.
No one. It's just you
It's
guys.
just us?
Yeah.
It's just the 3 of you.
That's
Garvey's probably drunk somewhere.
Yep.
It is 5 o'clock somewhere.
He likes his MSEC.
Oh, is Sebek in the area with us?
No.
No. Okay, so it's literally
He's
just
the only
3 of
person
us.
who comes in to bother you,
Okay.
because the crew has been given instruction to leave
Then
you
I
to your own
suppose I
devices.
won't be in the in the corner all by my lonesome, because that would just be awkward if it's me. Like, the
Yeah.
fuck are you people? We've been together for 3 days. Who the fuck are? All right. Anyways, then I will be sitting next to Nihilus as well.
You've
Yeah.
been traveling for weeks, but
Uh,
you've
uh.
only been in warp for 3 days.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And Nihilus.
Hi. Who are you?
Van Vuogen sent me.
Oh.
My name is Iluna Lind. My friends call me Allie. My enemies call me Examath.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Allie.
It's nice to meet you too. And you, cleric, brother.
Just
You're just gonna bow? Okay. So, are you guys up, are you guys here for the Inquisitorial mission as well?
Yes. Which mission would that be?
The mission at the, was it Abbey of Dawn?
Some cathedral in Iocanthos?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright.
The mission that we're all on.
Yeah.
one place.
Yeah, we're going to that place too.
Cool, cool. Van Vuogen sent me, said to watch your back.
Oh, Van Vuogen.
Yes.
I should mention, while you're all getting to know each other, there's not much to do on the ship and there's nowhere to explore. So before one of you suggests, let's go out of this cargo bay,
No.
Before everyone decides to follow me,
yeah,
nowhere
there's
to
nowhere to
follow
follow. You'll walk out and be like, oh, there's a hallway over here and a bunch of locked doors.
So, I see that your friend here is a cleric. What do you do?
I am an arbitrator.
Ah. Very good.
I was an inquisitor.
What was that?
Sounds like you did something stupid.
Sounds like someone's a little bitter about something over there.
Had sex with the God Emperor's daughter.
What?
That would just be a sororitas, but okay.
Alright. Yeah, I got the
Any
money.
sororitas?
Well,
So,
but basically.
we'll just go with Ben's character.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's why he's not here.
He's knocked
Shade.
up.
Yep.
Sure.
Anyways.
That wouldn't actually happen.
Plot twist. Who was I sent by the Lord Inquisitor? Who are
Inquisitor
we
Tibern Graves. He's
Okay.
just a low-level Inquisitor. Well, not a low-level Inquisitor.
He's just an Inquisitor.
He's just an Inquisitor.
We're here on orders from Inquisitor Graves.
Ah, very good.
You're sent on a mission too.
You were sent by
I was
Van
sent by
Vleuten.
Van Vleuten.
Oh.
So
Man, I
what?
feel like these are notes the GM should have.
It's irrelevant. Because it's literally, this is basically it.
So what exactly is your mission outline since we were sent by 2 different Inquisitors?
Oh, I was simply sent here to help you in any way that I can.
Oh, perfect.
Van Vleuten is very interested in Ghost Flower and wanted me to do some peripheral research as well.
Okay, so you work for the Imperium then?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. You should tell us your backstory.
My backstory, which none of you know, because I'm gonna keep it a secret from you guys, unless you start
So this
asking
is
about
character, or
it.
this is
out
player
of
knowledge,
character.
not.
Yeah, this is player. This has nothing to do with them.
Jukebox hero.
Alright. Aluna Lind was born to a rogue trader who eventually ascended to nobility after his empire grew. This young, hive-dwelling woman saw the rank of her family begin to plummet as her mother was accused of Eldar worship. Having been exiled by her father for fear of losing his status in her teen years, were spent rising in rank in an underhive gang on Scintilla. Putting her noble rearing to good use, she quickly became the head of the Screaming Blight, and saw to its expansion, becoming a rogue trader like her father before her. Soon after this, Inquisitor Van Vleuten enlisted her to be his acolyte, with the simple promise to allow her to expand her fledgling empire and to allow her impunity to enact her vendetta, murdering her father that bastardized her. What the Inquisition means to her is simply a resource to exploit to build her empire. She will sacrifice everyone around her for the mission. Her desire is to kill her knave of a father. She hates nobility. And her mantra is, "And I thought legit meant I wouldn't have any fun."
Oh. How old are you?
She's a 29-year-old female. She's a scum, noble-born, with fair skin, black hair, brown eyes. She's pretty fit, 1.75 meters tall and 70 kilograms. So like 5'8" and about 150.
70 kilograms? Why?
She's got big tits.
She's smaller than I am. Or lighter.
Is that surprising?
Or light.
Are
Heavier.
you like the lightest you could be, or?
Well, I'm 60 kilograms, so she's like 10 more.
I'm heavier than he is.
She's 154 pounds.
She's buff. She's ripped.
No, she just got tits.
Living in the Underhive gang. She's got huge tits and fucking muscles and shit. Beats the fuck out of people. But yeah.
Picture doesn't make sense.
No, that's not. I just picked a picture. I just picked a picture to reference it. I haven't picked out an actual picture for her yet. But yes, you guys don't know she's a scum or what she's done in her past. She's very kind of jaded about that.
Okay. So you're a scum.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna respond.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that we've all gotten to know each other, what do we do next?
Alright. A short, well-dressed figure with something of a limp and a slight hunch wanders into the room. He makes an immediate beeline for Allie. Not quickly, but there is, yeah,
I do have charm.
there is no question as to which one of you he is going towards, though he speaks openly to all of you.
Voices!
I hate them. Hello there. Just seeing if there's anything any of you would like to buy. Seeing to your needs, I can do anything you like.
Oh, really? Anything you say?
Yes, especially for you.
Well, what do you have? What kind of wares do you generally sell?
I sell many things. Things you may desire, things you may not.
Do you have
Legal, not legal.
Do you have any overcharge packs, perchance?
At the saying of not legal, I kind of straighten up a little bit.
And as I
He
see
makes
him,
a side glance to you, but thinks nothing of your authority.
Okay. Would you happen to have any overcharged packs?
More than likely.
He's got the cool rulebook.
For a price, I suppose I could check.
Alright, well, please do so.
I'm going to roll for that. Okay.
You actually shouldn't need to roll for that, because generally when you roll, it's literally just for... Unless you want to roll my barter skill, because every success at Fellowship for barter I get drops the price 10%.
Yeah.
So you can roll for that.
I suppose I should probably check and see how much it actually is.
Yeah. It's like 75 or something. I could be completely wrong, because I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't even know where that is. Is that with the weapons or the ammo?
Ammo.
Ammo?
Yeah.
Wait, an overcharge pack or a charge pack?
Overcharged.
Overcharge should be with the scopes and stuff.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Give me the core rulebook, I'll fucking find it. Come on.
And you pass.
I didn't know you could buy overcharge packs. I thought you could overcharge your weapon.
Do that. Do that. Oh, it's hot shot charge. Sorry. It's 15 for
15?
each one.
Okay. So you want me to do the roll for you?
I can roll it if you want.
It doesn't matter to me at all.
Yeah. Alright, well I have 52 fellowship. You can just roll it.
My phone is going off. It's annoying. Shut up over
So
there.
do you have 52?
Yes.
Right.
Is that the roll you just did?
Huh? Yeah, that's the roll I just did.
Okay, so she doesn't get any better prices.
No. Oh, hang on. Go back to my page. Would you like to try and charm him in any way? As I feel you should be of note, or you should have noticed at this point, that he is very
Well, I'm
willing...
gonna wait until his offer comes through and then I'll...
Ah. Well, he's very willing to serve any needs you may have.
Yes.
Good.
Anyways.
Yes. And he's taking something of a liking to the rich, hot one. So,
I do look better than them.
it's true.
Would hope so. 56.
Nah.
Nah.
He's into you.
That's.
He doesn't discriminate. Legal, not legal. You know, no. 29, 56.
Clever.
Everyone's got a hole.
Okay, anyways.
I don't seem to recall having any. Not on hand, at least.
Well, is there anything that you could, do for me?
This is an awkward place to be right now.
No cleric.
I've been given specific instructions by the book, so I'm just following them.
Just following instructions.
Although I feel I'm doing more creepy than...
Oh, and just so you know, if you have the overcharge pack, that roll doesn't affect that. That
Yeah.
roll just affects the pricing.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay. So he doesn't have any charge back or overcharge or one shot, whatever it was.
Hot shot charge
One
back?
shot, yeah.
No, there you go.
No, he does.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to sell them to me?
No, he just wants you to barter.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so.
So,
Usually when you barter, you say, yes, I have it, but it's expensive, not no, I don't have this.
it's true.
It's a pretty bad bartering system.
Look.
Look, this isn't Russia.
He's not supposed to make sense, okay?
Okay, fine.
Read the fucking book. I'm sorry.
No, that's not what I'm supposed to do. Anyways.
Anyways, yeah, sorry. So, on second thought, I do have a few that I could be persuaded to part with.
And how much would you require for them?
I don't know if anyone can pick up, or I don't know if the mic is picking up my creepy tongue-licking sounds.
I doubt it.
I highly doubt it, but
Mm-hmm.
for Rodney,
Mm-hmm.
they're there.
Okay. Good, just do that.
Yeah. Lose all the subtlety.
Pretty much.
Who needs subtlety?
Just go straight for felching.
Continue.
That was delicious.
Yeah. So, anyways. For a pretty lady like you, maybe 15 gold per pack.
15, that doesn't sound too bad. Are you sure you couldn't drop the price?
I assure you, my lady, 15 is not just the best price, but the only price you'll find on this ship.
Do you do much trading out here?
Travelers such as yourself, often coming by, looking for wares they can't find elsewhere. I do a little bit here and there.
Well, perhaps we could,
Not much to do on Iocanthos.
perhaps we should, go into a partnership together. I too am a merchant of sorts. I could use a man like you.
And how would I benefit from such a partnership?
I may be able to, get you some more legal and less than legal merchandise to share.
And what would you get out of this partnership?
Well, you would give me
some cheaper hotshot charge packs?
Oh no, for this I will buy that full price. I'm just saying, in the future, if I give you any merchandise, I just want a small kickback from that.
Interesting.
Take my Vox number, and if you agree, then give me a Vox. Until then, I will just simply take 2 hotshot chargebacks.
Ballsy for a woman. I like that.
Good.
I'll tell you what. I'll charge you full price for 1 hotshot chargeback and throw in a second for free.
Excellent, thank you very much.
The 15 gelt, if you would.
And I hand in the 15 gil.
Ah, excellent. I'll be back in 10 minutes with my wares. Unless anyone else. He scooches uncomfortably close to Stubber.
Good.
Perhaps would like to buy something.
Merchant, I am well. I don't need any wares.
In one solid, fluid, disturbing motion, he cranes his neck over to Neelis and stares you dead in the eyes. Doesn't say a word. Waiting. This isn't a staring competition between the two of us. I don't know.
That's what I'm making it.
Okay? I have all day, and I've looked away from you. This guy can wait.
I don't need anything.
He limps back out of the room.
Neelis, I think you should leave it to me to be the people person. You guys seem to be a little unsettled talking to people.
A little bit.
You seem a little on edge. Calm down.
Getting into character, rubbing my face, I feel gross and disgusting now from just doing this for like 10 minutes.
Good. Anyways.
Not that anyone, by which I mean Rodney, saw what I was doing since there's a monitor here, but he's just been going.
Good. Alright.
Dealing with people is not our strong suit. Usually after we try and be nice to somebody, they turn around and kill us. Or at least try to.
I've run into a few of those myself.
So,
But being nice and getting along with people is kind of my speciality.
fair enough.
Anyways.
So, about 6 or 7 minutes after Sebek leaves the room. After weeks of continuous shuddering motion, you feel a sudden lurch and sickening, wrenching sensation that can only mean the brazen sky has dropped out of warp. After a few minutes, the pale-faced pursuer appears in the hatchway with a flourish and advises you that you must pack your gear and present yourselves in forward hold 2/DZ015 for debarkation to Iocanthos. He waits smiling to lead the way.
I follow.
Okay. As you exit the cargo bay, continuing to smile at you, he hands you your 2 packs.
I take them very slowly, kind of wrapping my hands around them.
He hands them to you, but noticeably takes a second longer to let go of them, and kind of makes a fawning motion after them.
Thank you very much, good sir.
Of course.
And do get in touch with me if you feel like going into partnership.
I certainly will. So, make your preparations, or do anything.
Alright, well I just stow my gear
Yeah.
wherever we're gonna put it.
Well, yeah, you're following him and you got your gear.
Yeah.
I know what one of you is doing.
What are you guys up to?
You said there was nothing else to do on the ship.
There's
so
nothing else to do in the ship, but I mean, if you've got like a backpack full of gear, or maybe a gun that doesn't fit in a backpack, or you've been on this ship for 3 weeks, so if you need to grab anything before you leave, because if you don't, I'm just going to assume anything that can't fit directly on your person has been left on the brazen sky when it flies away.
I have my backpack full of shit, all my gear on me.
I only keep what I can carry.
So
I'm
same with
my
me.
stuff, yeah.
I don't have this. I don't have that.
I mean, you don't have to like run through a checklist of things. You can just say, I pick up my shit and go, but...
Well, he does need to mark down like what he's not carrying, but yeah.
Well, I just meant
Yeah.
I need to hear the players.
Both of you guys just say we take all of our stuff and head towards the whatever lander. Or
Okay,
whatever we're using.
Not a lander, you're heading towards the forward hold.
The forward
/
holds.
DZ150.
We're going there.
105.
Okay.
Or you can easily say, I follow after Lind.
Yeah. Which I figure I'll hear a lot.
We're going there.
Yeah.
That way.
I go to Lind.
So,
You have an ass to follow.
So this
yeah,
is what it's
you're
like.
following an ass. If you're looking at the shoulders, then
Something wrong with you, boy. Him I understand. He's a man of cloth.
But I have Mercutio.
that's true.
Yeah.
You do have Mercutio.
Mercutio follows your ass.
And Mercutio is the jealous type, so he would not appreciate looking at other beings.
Anyways.
So, the journey over to the hold is very brief. You walk through a hallway, and Sebek opens a door that was previously locked. Forward hold 2/DZ015 is a long, narrow, high vaulted room that holds a modest-sized lighter, which is a multi-purpose transport designed to move goods and people from orbit down to the planet's surface. The access hatch is already open, and waiting alongside it is a deck officer who removes a data slate from Sebek, who wishes you one last fawning bow of farewell, saying, "Honored guests, you must depart," before walking back out of the room.
Before he leaves, I'd like to ask him if there's anything he can tell me about Iocanthos, or any hangouts that he knows of. Places to stay, that kind of thing.
Do you want to roll inquiry? By the way, is inquiry intelligence or
Inquiry's fellowship.
Fellowship, that's right.
Do I have anything else in inquiry? No, it's just roll a straight inquiry for me.
All right, so it's just 1d100.
Yeah.
Okay. What's
I'm
your-
gonna start rolling my own fucking things and keep messing up.
Yeah, you want to roll it?
Yeah, I'll roll my
I'll
own.
let you redo that one.
I'm gonna roll my own from now on.
All right.
Fuck. It's 50 I failed.
You lose.
Would anyone else like to ask him? Because you were supposed to do this prior to before leaving the ship as he's walking out of the room. Because you were supposed to have 3 days to do this.
Oh, I was gonna do this on the way that we were walking
Yeah.
to there.
Oh, sorry. It's a short walk. So.
I'll roll it.
Okay.
Roll me.
I guess I don't have.
I'll roll.
You're
I'll
playing
roll
as
new
me,
ones.
buddy.
Yeah, okay. Good.
All right.
Right. It's okay, my DM luck's coming back. Just give it a minute.
Nihilus is pulling through.
Okay, you guys did not get that much information, but still.
It's okay. We passed a test. That's
Well,
all
no.
I care
Passed it
about.
with flying
Well, I meant-
colors.
It specifically has something for if you get this information, but it's
Yeah. It's,
literally just something I was going to tell you in a minute. So, forgive me for saying so, but you see, no one goes to Iocanthos. You understand me? No one, not by choice, unless they have hard business. And he looks over at Allie.
my
If you
business
catch-
is always hard.
If you catch my drift. Rather like yourselves, not that I pretend to know who you are, but I think we understand each other. Yes?
Yes.
Sure.
And he hops out of the room without waiting for an answer.
Good. Excellent.
What a scrawny little spitfuck.
What?
What a scrawny little spitfuck.
Pretty much.
I was given specific instructions
Mm-hmm.
to try and make you not like him. So, because he's the killer, obviously.
Obviously.
He's old man
Yeah,
Jenkins.
he's the bad guy.
Just not a butler.
Yet.
Plus 50 experience. So, anyways, the grimy, hard-faced deck officer says, "Have any of you been on a drop before?"
I have. One of you.
Yeah, can you justify this?
I can, because I actually have the skill for it. I could
If you
pilot
say,
this shit.
yeah, if you say yes, I have to make you justify it. If you say it's not a big deal whether or
Yeah.
not you have or not. If you say yes, you have to justify
What
it.
planet was I on in my backstory? My original backstory?
Acreage?
No.
Oh, when you... Okay, yeah. No, he did, because he went to the... I forgot which world it was, but he was on a war world for training to become an... Because he was going to be a guardsman before he became a arbitrator. So he's been on...
Okay, so you
drops
both have been on drops. So you're the only one.
I
who
can
has-
pilot one, so yeah.
Well,
I can pilot space.
no, not like.
No,
they're
I mean,
not calling-
like...
they're not calling
my,
your ship a drop. They're saying, have you ever been on a drop from
Yeah,
space? On
my character,
planet side.
like, does that a lot, because that's
Okay.
kind of her thing. She's a trader. She goes from place to place, and the way she does that is drop ships to get out.
I have no idea.
More than likely not. You're a cleric. You're 56. You,
Nihilus loves a good drop in the morning.
Do you have pilot civilian craft?
I don't. Wait.
that wouldn't affect it because it's a military drop. So
Ah, okay. Then you probably haven't.
it honestly it doesn't matter. It just affects whether or not he
Yeah,
has
I do
another
have
question.
civilian.
So
Well, okay. Then no, you know.
so you both raise your hands in. So then he looks at Stubber.
Stubber. First time, eh?
Would you like a sedative? And holds out a blue lozenge, saying this should help. You can choose to take it. You can choose not to take
Well,
it.
this is for motion sickness.
Yes.
That's not an issue on Voidborn.
So it's
This doesn't affect
yeah.
that.
It's separate
You're-
from that.
Voidborn
It's not
motion
s-
sickness is 0G motion sickness.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is gravity motion sickness.
right.
This is going
This is the opposite
feet
of what you're
first
good
into
at.
hell.
You know, for shits and giggles, I'm going to decline.
This will be a fun ride for all of you
Oh,
in
boy,
a zero
Stubber.
G environment. Okay. He looks at you sympathetically, shakes his head, and beckons you three aboard the shuttle.
Cool.
The lighter's interior is cramped and uncomfortable, with hard metal seats and heavy padded straps to keep a passenger from flying around inside during a bumpy descent.
Like where this is going.
Stubbsy, you're gonna enjoy this.
Would you care to take a seat?
Aren't we all supposed to?
Well, you walked into the ship.
I take
Or
a
rather,
seat.
I told you guys you walked into the ship.
Yeah.
But
I walk in and take the seat nearest the door to
Nearest.
exit.
okay. And you two?
I take a seat nearest the pilot.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm gonna strap all my shit in.
Just sit down and strap myself in.
Alright, so Richard's going to sit down, strap himself and his items in, and you two are going to sit down and strap yourselves in? Okay. A cold mechanical voice comes over the Voxcom and counts down until descent. The bay door seals shut with a hissing noise, and finally, with a gut-wrenching lurch, the lighter falls into the void of space. Zero-G asserts itself, and any loose objects float through the air. You guys really should have put your stuff down. So, what did you have with you?
A shotgun?
Your shotgun?
All your stuff. Any of your light crap that's not literally attached to your body is just...
Because you don't have a backpack. So, what all are you carrying?
No.
I took my backpack off and I strapped that shit in the seat next to me.
Well,
Likewise, while he's
brass
doing
knuckles.
this, what do you have?
Well, wait, you're using the word 0G, so stuff is just flying around.
Yeah,
Stuff is
it's
just
flying.
floating around, and you have already launched, so it is too late to strap it in.
Okay.
So
well,
what were you carrying with you that you are not holding on to? Did you have a backpack?
My great weapon, my backpack, and we'll just go with my las gun. I won't even consider
It's
that
a giant fucking sword.
Yeah. So I'm going to
It
just
is a giant sword.
My
assert
shotgun
myself
stays
as a
right
GM
here.
and say that you are holding on to your great weapon,
I would hope
and that is
so.
not flying around.
My
Your
shotgun
backpack and your
stays
las
on my
gun,
lap.
however.
Yeah.
Always. Like, that is my life.
You're holding it.
Yeah. My knife is in its sheath on my belt.
Okay.
And the club and the brass knuckles, they're kind of doing whatever they do.
Can I get everyone to just take a quick agility test? And it's not based on your agility, it's just based on a random number I've rolled. So,
Okay.
don't worry
So you want me to roll
Richard's
3
fine.
Aggies?
Yeah, so if you pass your agility test, there's no way you're going to fail this. If you don't, it's not a big
I
deal.
got
but
dibs
yeah,
on the
just,
second one.
it doesn't even have to be an agility
Alright, so
test. You can
me-
just do a D100 if you want.
Sorry,
So.
Alright,
So what's the order?
me.
But if you actually
Stubber.
pass your agility test,
Mhm.
nothing happens. So Richard is going to be fine, and that's
So you failed.
all right. Richard, you were not
I
rewarded.
passed!
I failed.
Well, I got
Alright.
4.
Since Allie had the forethought to strap her items down, I'm going to swap your rolls.
What? That's garbage.
GM discretion.
GM discretion, and I'm rewarding him for forward thinking. So it's
Realism.
I don't know that you could really do that if he's read part of the mission stuff.
That's fair
not
enough.
true, but it's not a big enough deal.
Okay.
It would be different if I was about to kill one of you for it.
To be fair, after we hit the ground, that's all we have. Or that's all I've read to.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I decided to not read any further in because
So you I rolled a 70. So anyone who got a
Okay,
70
cool.
or below is not affected by it.
Oh,
So-
good.
Because I didn't have anything fun in my backpack anyway.
So give me a random loose object that was floating around. Doesn't matter.
Brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles? Okay. In a zero-G environment, your brass knuckles are bouncing around, and they bump into the same spot on your shoulder 3 or 4 times throughout the journey, leaving a small bruise, and you're mildly irritated.
That's exciting.
So, you're
Good.
feeling confident but mildly irritated.
Big pissed.
Yeah,
You
this
got
is
some pent-up
annoying.
frustration.
I'm just gonna stare at you for my strapped in shit and be like, noob.
They run into me, I grab them and throw them at you.
Anyway,
I have 50 agility. I can win this fight.
But you're strapped in.
I know. Still
Yeah.
fucking lift my arm.
that's why it was an arbitrary test. I was
Mhm.
basing it off your agility, but it's...
Yeah.
So,
Anyways,
yeah. Although, you didn't pass your agility test, so his brass knuckles also bounce off the wall and hit you once, and you're irritated with him.
Good. Hit him with my... Oh, I
But
don't
seeing
have
as you
one.
didn't strap your items down, you're very understanding of the fact that his brass knuckles hit you, and you were just glad that you were holding on to your great weapon, which was very fortunate for you.
sword comes through the air and just
Nope! Nope!
stabs through the pilot. This could be interesting.
Wow.
Anyways.
Double-edged sword.
Back to the beginning of the drop. After a few moments, an ear-splitting roar sounds from the lighter's engines and makes the descent into the atmosphere. Conversation is impossible thanks to the roaring from the outside of the craft and vibrations within. The shuttle shakes horribly for the next 30 minutes.
Nihilus is up front.
All those new to the re-entry drop process experience need to make a toughness test.
Oh, good.
Fine.
Roll one.
What's your toughness?
36. Ooh.
Oh,
what
well, it was a
happens?
plus 10, so you only needed a 46. But you failed to hold down your last meal. So now, in the zero-G environment, we have brass knuckles
Yes.
And vomit floating around.
and vomit floating around with you for 30 minutes next to a deafening roar.
You guys can't say shit, so...
You should have
We
taken
can
the
say
pill.
shit, you just can't hear it.
Welcome, I'm old. I'm gonna say.
I ready my bolt pistol.
You should have taken the pill.
If any of that shit hits me, it's gonna be bad.
Anyways, so, and you are noticeably, after vomiting, you are noticeably uncomfortable. Characters who are used to this experience may dictate what you are doing for the next 30 minutes. You may take a nap, read a book,
Is the shuttle violently shaking?
meditate. Yes.
Neo's just gonna.
That's what I do on
Screaming
airplanes.
yeah with your arms up in the air as vomit floats past your face.
I do it on airplanes. The last time I took a flight, the lady
Allie is
next
simply going to be sharpening a knife.
The 30 minutes that knife is going to be really sharp.
It is.
Okay.
Well, she's sharpening her knife, making sure everything's settled, strapped in, nothing's gonna go flying out of it.
The last time I flew on a plane, it was out of Vegas, and it was super turbulent on the takeoff, and the lady next to me was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm sitting there like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little happy that you guys didn't strap your stuff down and you didn't take the pill. So I was like, nah, there's no way. And then when Richard was like, I strapped my stuff down, I was like, they're gonna follow his example. They should know that this is a thing.
Nope.
This
I
is
gave
the
you-
thing that I just know from
I
Dungeons
gave
and
you
Dragons.
cues. I was like, are you sure you don't want to take the
I didn't know that
pill?
was a thing.
That's a thing. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, and after that, I'll probably just, I don't know, recite a prayer or something.
oh yeah, you can still pray softly, but if you so choose, as a minimum.
Oh god, please stop, Emperor! Neos is like, praise be to the god, Emperor!
After what seems like an interminable amount of time, the shuddering slows and the conversation becomes possible as the roaring The roaring noise recedes. Bright day can be seen out of the lighter's viewport. So, you guys may now converse. You have entered the atmosphere, but you have not landed.
God, that seemed like an indeterminable amount of time.
Oh, I
Whoa.
love a good drop.
Interminable.
Interminable?
I don't know what...
Indeterminable amount of time?
You think that's what it says.
I know, that's what I thought it said.
But it doesn't.
Anyways.
I love a good drop.
Who the fuck puked?
Like you couldn't... Were you blind during the shaking?
Three of us.
I wasn't watching him.
Oh.
I'm sitting next to the fucking door.
Yeah.
I just saw a puke go by, I pulled out my knife and I started sharpening.
You're sharpening your knife.
Fucking puked!
Oh man, as soon as they can hear me.
It's gonna smell like a party.
That's literally the only conversation I'm making. Other than that, I'm pissed off.
It takes 30 minutes for the lighter to punch through the atmosphere and settle on one of the landing pads inside Port Suffering. As the engines wind down, the pilot announces over the Vox that they have arrived. The hatch doors open and a wash of hot air and glaring light surges in, revealing the smoky landing
Oh.
field.
It's really rank now, because now it's hot.
Yeah.
Hot barf. Yummy.
Oh, it's hot, and you're gonna like this description of where you went. That puke is gonna smell refreshing in a moment.
That's spoilers.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Through the hatch, you see a scorched landing field, broken ground, blackened from innumerable... Why do I keep adding bees?
I have no idea.
Innumerable shuttle and lighter engines. Encircling the landing area is a high wire fence, and looming above that, the brooding metal-clad walls of the settlement of Port Suffering. The air smells foul of chemicals, propellants, and cleaning agents, but beneath the odors one would expect of such a place there's a faint and sweet smell of iron.
I take a deep breath and look a bit relieved.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of used to these scents.
Duly noted. This will come in handy later.
Noted.
So you see dozens of grubby-faced men scrubbing the hull. People are rushing over to refuel it. Workers just trying to make ends meet. Cleaning the shuttle. That some of you...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've landed?
You've landed.
Okay, I
And you're-
grab all my shit and depart.
Okay, that was fast.
They're still on there.
I retrieve the brass knuckles.
You should probably retrieve more than brass knuckles.
A lot
Anyway.
of shit went flying. The blast knuckles just
Oh,
hit you a
yeah.
bunch.
The brass knuckles and the club.
This is...
An actual map?
I feel like the scaling got fucked up.
Yeah. It did the same thing with me, because it took me down to like 20%.
Oh no, I think it's correct. Yeah, no, that's right, because I want it to be like, it's basically like,
Oh, okay.
every one of those is 50 meters.
Alright. So, This is where you landed, right here. This is the spaceport.
Alright.
So, soak it all in, because you'll be
You
here
guys
for...
are still on the ship. I'm the only one that got off so far.
I'm aware.
So I grab my brass knuckles. Grab my club.
Any other accoutrements that you... Just say you grabbed everything.
I grabbed all my normal shit. Patted Stubbsy on the shoulder.
Yeah, for barfing, I don't have any like detriments, do I?
Nope, there are no detriments. It was just to make you uncomfortable, and I suppose later this evening you would probably like to shower.
And eat.
Yeah.
Because we shower in the Grimdark feature. Okay.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
do if
gonna
you're covered in
shower.
vomit.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Vomit
guys.
went everywhere, so.
Yeah.
Walk
Okay.
off the shuttle.
Okay.
Oh, on my way out, I'm gonna ask someone if there's a place that I can take a shower anywhere. Noting that I want to get that off me.
The workers are busy refueling and pulling supplies off of the lighter. The one sent in to assess the inside, not because he knows there's puke, but because it's his job to inspect the straps and all that, is noticeably irritated by the vomit.
Good.
So much so that he does not exactly answer your question.
You're welcome.
I just walk past him and go outside.
Okay, then I guess I'll get out of my chair and stumble off the aircraft.
Would you like to grab your stuff first?
I didn't lose any of my stuff, did I?
Yeah.
You didn't lose it, but it was free floating, so it's on the now it's I mean it's
Scattered
been on
around
the
the
ground
shuttle.
for like 30 minutes, but you can unstrap yourself and pick anything up off the ground because the only thing you were holding was your sword.
Oh.
And that's because I'd rather your your rifle hit you than your sword.
Okay, then I guess I'll pick up my stuff and stumble off the ship.
Okay. So within moments of
Another
blotchy
shithole.
Hmm?
Another shithole.
Another day, another shithole.
Why can't everything be like
grim
Wrath?
future, everything's a shithole.
Yeah, Wrath was pretty nice.
Pleasure will.
Yeah,
Until the whole
that's
cyber
gonna
thing
happen
happened.
again real soon.
We're gonna blow up another planet. Awesome.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
Exterminatus. Let's just leave. Exterminatus.
Well, guys, I'm gonna call this in.
We'll just
Going.
get some seeds and yeah.
Hey, Pukey, you stay here and hold this beacon. We'll be back for you in 2 days.
Guys, why is it blinking?
Within moments of Ali stepping, a blotchy-faced official approaches wearing a dusty and once fine navy blue robes trimmed in gaudy gold chains. To either side of him are large men wearing rebreathers and casually cradling shotguns in their arms.
Gentlemen, what can I do for you?
The two at his side say nothing, but the official in the center is... I suppose I'll let my unholy acting talent say the rest for me. So, who are you three? What are you doing here?
I am a trader, and these are my friends.
For what purpose do you come to Iocanthos? Why are you in Port Suffering?
We have come to meet a friend of ours who said
With
that he
each
had...
question, the two guards on either side of him lean closer into the two of you, eyeing you, attempting to look menacing, and
Are they
showing
the
off
one-
their shotguns.
Are they the ones wearing rebreathers?
Yes. So,
They
Like,
can't-
is
just-
I the one
just-
who's...
they're not
When
necessarily...
he, like, shows his shotgun, I'll be like... eh.
They're both carrying shotguns. They're not doing anything, but they are making a show of their...
Yeah, well...
I'm gonna make a sideways glance to Neelis and then glance to one of the guy's shotguns and continue speaking.
And I'll as he's showing his, I'll kind of just be like, yeah, I got one too. Cool
So I'm sorry, I
story,
do
bro.
believe I interrupted you. So carry on.
We had a friend here, and I was hoping to see if I could set up any trade with the planet.
All trade here is handled by the Imperium. Why are you here? We don't need you. We don't need your trading routes, your spices.
I'm gonna glance over at Stubber.
Okay.
Pukey.
Yep. Alright. How many of them are looking at me?
The only one.
Only
The-
one.
The official is looking directly at Allie because she was the first to step off, and he's talking to her. You look a bit unsettled, so he has determined that you are not leading the group.
Okay, cool.
and he has assumed you're a bodyguard. So,
Alright.
the two guards are on you guys, and he
Can
is
I
talking.
make like a scrutiny test to see anything about this guy?
Sure.
Okay.
So, would that just be based on your intelligence?
Yes.
Do you want to roll that, or should I?
I can roll it.
Okay.
It's 38. I doubt I'll make it, but
Oh, oops, that's GM roll.
nope.
Suck.
So,
Alright,
Okay,
then
then.
yeah, it's okay.
Then if one of them's looking at me, I'm gonna go ahead and take this moment to barf some more. Projectile vomit at one of the one closest to me.
I'm just gonna take this moment to throw up.
the guard himself recoils much heavier than he should for a trained military person. It surprises him. You all take note that it surprises him much more than you would expect for someone sent to do this.
Cool.
He reels backwards a few steps, and then, in a quick attempt to compose himself, immediately rushes back up to you, but is noticeably off-put by the sudden outburst of the vomit.
Aside to the guard that's looking at me,
Cool.
I just kind of thumb over to him. First timer.
I'm gonna
The
go
guard,
now.
the guard chuckles slightly, then tries to get back to a straight face, but continues to smirk under his mask, which you can't see, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a hand around Stubber's back and be like, I'm sorry, my friend's had a real tough time on the lander. Is there anywhere we could go to get him some attention and help him out?
it's so unseemly. Shredded off-world vermin. There's nowhere to go here for medical assistance. There's a house for dying, if you'd like. We don't treat our wounded here. We make them comfortable. As for showers, if you find one, do let me know. But I'm the one asking the questions here. I am Caird Smick. I am the official in charge of this landing port, and I want to know what you are doing here.
I'm gonna look over to Neelis, and I guess I'll roll. Well, I don't remember how it is, because I'm gonna try and do a secret tongue, get him to do something.
Cornelius?
Yeah, secret tongue acolyte. I don't remember if
That's
it's his
intelligence,
roll or
right?
my roll,
Oh.
but yeah, it's one of our intelligence rolls.
It's your roll, and if you pass, I hear and clearly understand it. If you fail, it's up to him.
Okay.
If
Oh,
I
he
don't
might miss it.
understand it or do the opposite of what you said. I
Even
think
if it's a simple one, because usually it's like simple things.
if
and
it's
like,
simple, you don't have to roll. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
guess so. I suppose it's up to my discretion. So
yeah.
what would you like to tell
anyways, what I'm going to say to the guy
Mm-hmm.
is, "Oh, I'm sorry. We'll take care of ourselves." And what I want that to kind of like by body language do is be like, you need to basically step up and be intimidating, like push back against these guys, kind of a thing. So it's up to you if that's. So I'm just basically just being like, step up.
You did spend 3 weeks on a ship with him, but seeing as you don't know him very well, perhaps you'd like to add something in to make it slightly more obvious to him, but it's got to be something that can be subtle enough that, pompous as this guy is, he might recognize if you're like,
Oh no, I'm literally just doing it by body language. Like, I just glance over to him and I'm like, oh no, we'll help ourselves.
okay, so if it's
Like,
tone-based.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to get Neelis the inference that, put some pressure back. It seems like we're being shook down.
What is that? We said that's an intelligence?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'll let you. What is that? Easy? I'll let you make an easy intelligence test. Plus 30.
Plus 30? Alright. I guess I'll roll that. Finally!
Okay.
I passed that without the plus 30.
So,
Look at you growing up.
as you're saying that, you can do whatever you want, but I'm.
Well,
merely
what is
going
his
to-
response to what he said?
I'm under strict orders to figure out who you are, what you're doing here. I am the authority here. and you will tell me everything I need to know.
Hey, buddy, why don't you just let us take care of our guy who's sick?
He lets out a faint whimper and takes a step back while trying to maintain his air of authority. You listen here.
God, I love you, GM. It's my favorite player.
At this point, I'd start to kind of gargle a little more.
And
The guard who was
pat him a little
previously
bit.
barfed on begins to step backwards away from you. You will tell me what I need to know, and you will tell me now.
I look over to them and I go, come on, guys, we'll just find it ourselves, and I just walk past them.
He makes no effort to follow you, but shakily stands his ground with these two. Though I can't say the same for the guard who was vomited on. Who has, both the guards, in fact, have, the one who was not vomited on has lost interest and is merely walking away. The one who was vomited on has decided he's not paid for this shit, and is trying to slowly back away without insulting his superior.
I'm gonna put my arm, like, I'm gonna basically put Stubber's arm over me to, like, act like I'm gonna be helping him, like, walk. I'm gonna tuck my other arm into my my vest.
Oh, good. He's
And then-
squeezing me. Then I would like to project vomit through my fingers towards the official, since he squeezed me. It's
The official-
After he does that, I stop, turn around, and go, come on, you two could both use showers now.
The official, as he's being vomited on, prior to this statement, turns tail and flees.
good.
Both being intimidated by Neelis and not wanting to deal.
With the vomit.
Good.
He also screams apologies for disturbing you as he runs away.
Good. I like his dad.
Good. Aren't you glad I didn't take the pill?
Trust me, you not taking that pill had nothing to do with this.
I know.
Again, I've been given very specific instructions here.
I go back and help Alina?
Allie?
Allie.
Aluna.
Aluna.
Lind. Or
Yeah.
Allie, because it's
Okay.
the first.
Allie. I'll just call you Allie. I'll help Allie with Stubber and also tell her, you know, I could have just told them that I was an arbitrator.
I didn't know if you wanted to expose that so soon.
Well, sometimes it helps.
Some people get skittish, and I didn't want to frighten any of the locals off.
We don't have to tell them that we're here on an inquisitorial order.
You don't have to tell him anything. You
I would
have no
advise
authority.
never doing that.
Yeah. I'm just an arbitrator. I could just be here because I want to.
Yeah, the administratum would look into that if he actually was from that.
If
So
he
I
was
didn't
from
want to. The guy that shook us down.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of, but if he was actually from that, then he could look up your records in the administratum to see why you're here, and if it didn't check out, we would have trouble.
His name is Caird Smith.
That one.
Smick.
Smick.
SMYK. Alright, so you guys have finished loading all of your gear off of the lighter and everything?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm out of bar.
You've puked 3 times.
I don't think you have food in your
yeah.
stomach.
Does anyone... Because
Some
I
stuff's
can't offer
over
it to
there.
you yet, and it will be some time before you are able to get anything, because this is just a spaceport in a... Or you are specifically in the landing area of a spaceport, and there's not much food or water around. Is any of you carrying any kind of rations to give him, just
I
to
have
get him...
5 ration packs.
I don't think I should be eating anything.
Well, not necessarily. Well, the shaking is over. The shaking's been over for a half an hour, and you've vomited 3 times in massive heat. You will collapse and pass out from exhaustion and/or.
I'll give him some water and some of the starches from one of my ration packs.
That's all he needs. So
Cool.
if he didn't have water, I was gonna
Mhm.
make him. I was gonna cut all of his rolls in half.
Like fatigue him.
Yeah,
Because fatigue gives you a -10 to everything you roll.
yeah.
It's 1 level.
I was gonna. Well, I don't think I can give him 3 levels of fatigue because
No.
I'm pretty sure that would surpass his toughness.
Yeah.
And he
But I
would
mean,
have
like
passed out.
you could just give him like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Just be like, you're really fatigued right now.
Yeah. So,
Anyways.
but if you give him the water, then
But yeah, I
you've
give him
got
a
you've
little
got
bit
1
of
level of
starch and a
fatigue.
little water.
Yeah, you have 1 level of fatigue, but that's just from vomiting 3 times. But you've been given water and you're hydrated, and you're feeling better.
Cool.
You owe me. And I kind of smear some of the vomit on my shoulder onto him.
So,
Do what I can.
a
But
tiny
I promise
battered,
nothing.
a tiny battered-looking cherubim servitor flutters into view, its cracked and dirty cherubic face beaming. It looks like a child held aloft in the air on tarnished metallic wings, with pearls in place of eyes. It mutely hands you a parchment adorned with the seal recognizable as the cipher of your Inquisitor's personal care. The parchment instructs you to follow the cherub to Aristarchus, who awaits the pleasure of meeting you. I believe these are all just locations.
Does it define where Aristarchus is?
Huh?
Does it say where Aristarchus is?
He's over, fuck, I don't remember. Well, he's gonna lead the way.
Oh, it's gonna. Okay.
It's
then
gonna
we'll
lead the
I
way.
guess
I'm
we'll
just-
just follow him. Then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, I need to remember where, because I don't remember where they said Aristarchus is.
Alright, no problem. If you guys want, we can actually do like a 10-minute break right now because we've gone for over an hour.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
Alright.
Your background of your monitor kind of looks like the
I
map.
know, right? Alright, then we will be back in the 10 minutes.
Yay!